Hello, my name's Barney. I'm 77 years of age. It all started, I'd been to Spain, Benidorm with the lads, and we were there, and on the Friday it was announced the lockdown in Spain. Fortunately, we were coming back home early Sunday morning, so we got the airport. Luckily the flight was on time, everything was fine. Come home, I was feeling a little bit sort of sore throat, a little bit of a cough, but I put that down to air conditioning on the plane. And then about 5 days later, my wife had been phoning 111 and giving the symptoms, and we were saying, do you have a fever? I didn't have a fever, I just had a cough. And I thought it was like the aircon on the plane. One morning I woke up and there's 2 paramedics in the room, in my bedroom, and they says, come on, you're going in. So the next thing I know, I was like in hospital, and they put a dome on my head. I looked like Buzz Lightyear. Honestly, I did. And so that was it. It wasn't frightening. It was just you didn't know what was happening. But you know, obviously for the best. My body was making about 5% of my oxygen that it should have been. So I spent some time in intensive care, then went down into Ward 32. Really well looked after in hospital. I couldn't have asked for anything better. The guy across the way was tested for COVID, and I was tested 2 hours later. Positive test, had to go back up into IC. Overall I was in hospital 17 days. So it was a case of, and then I could come home. I'd lost 1.5 stone whilst I've been in hospital, but as I say, you can see I put it back on. So my experience at the hospital was it was strange. Didn't know what was going on, but you've got to do as you're asked. You know, if somebody says to you wear a mask, you've got to wear that mask. I've got a scar on my nose there because when they put the CPAC on you, initially this mask was a prototype type thing, and it comes across your nose and it's strapped so hard on your face that it's airtight. Came home, started eating quite a lot. Got a diet sheet from the hospital, but everything was like fat milk, pork pies and steaks.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it was, yeah, I enjoyed it. And everything the wife's against.
Yeah.
You know. I took things easy, so I'm trying my best to sort of get over these. Yeah. I felt weak for probably the first couple of weeks after coming out of hospital, but that was just a case of because I'd lost weight and I was building it back up. Since then, I've been fine, fine. Apart from my feet, which is another problem. Yeah, I feel fine. I feel great, and I'm grateful to the NHS. Yeah. I think it's all about looking after yourself and looking after others. It's a case of washing your hands, wearing your face mask where needed, keeping your distance. I've known people will creep up behind you, but just take a step forward. Make sure that you've got your own space, and generally look after yourself and take care.